Mr. Irontrader, it is Thursday morning. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and natural gas. But first of all, I want to take a look here at Tesla and what a beautiful scalp it was yesterday and after hours. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not recommendation advice on a stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Tesla stock. Now, the earnings came out yesterday, and they missed on every metric. I mean, on your revenues, on your sales, I mean, everything they absolutely missed. But I think what it is traders are looking at this as more of an AI company, more of a, that kind of a company. It's not really like a car company. But anyway, yesterday, the after hours trading was just absolutely fantastic. Now, you can see here, yesterday, it got as low as that 365. What we were watching here was this 373 level, okay? That was the retest. And then we were watching this area right here, this 360 level, okay? So what I did is I just had my finger on the old trigger at 370, and I didn't get 365, but I got 366. I think 366.10 or something like that it was. And so this was a really, really good trade here. So when you look at these stocks like this here, and what I did is I'm already out of the trade. We ran all the way up here yesterday. What do we have here yesterday? Yeah, it ran all the way up here to 413. I didn't get that. I put it in at 405. And I got that 405. So I made a really nice, good chunk of change yesterday. And basically in, 10 minutes kind of a situation here. So when you see these big mover companies here like this, come all the way on down to another good trader was the Meta. Meta ran up very, very nicely here. Now, Microsoft is the only one that didn't. They had really good numbers, but they didn't seem to do it. Now, remember, Apple's out here after the close today. So anytime you see this stock now, just prepare yourself for like the next earnings situation. Always look at the after hours here where you had that really good drop, and that's a buying opportunity just to take a nice, good scalp long kind of a situation, okay? So let's look at the daily chart here. Now, again, if this could rally up here, this is what you're looking at. It's got a hold. It's at 394.73. Okay, that's your 50-day. Now, right above that, you got this 407 level here, and then we have this 408 level. Right now, Tesla real time is sitting at 399.64 here, so I'm glad I'm already out of the trade kind of a situation. But if we can't get through that situation, you might just wander back off down to that 373 level here. But again, you're not going to have that big, slam down and then good reversal high to make some of that easy money here, okay? But right now here, what you really want to watch is that 50-day on the upside, and then that 21-day and that 8-day, they're all in the upside. And the downside here, we can watch these candles, but just watch that 373 level here. And again, who knows if it's going to come down and retest that 365 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin now. Fed came out there, they met yesterday, and they basically left the rates unchanged, which is really good because, they cut out a point of the rates, but the mortgage rates are going up. Mortgage rates are pushing, I think it's 7%. I haven't checked here recently, but you're at 7%. Okay, so I don't know what that rate cut actually did. Okay, so here we have this Bitcoin now. Bitcoin here, let me just big this up here for you a little bit. Okay, so now we have this W pattern kind of situation. This 8-day I said is everything on the upside. Now yesterday we went through it, but we closed below. But so far today we made a higher high, higher low, and we're holding that 8-day here so far. So on the downside, this is what you want to watch, that 103.901 on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key. Okay, so if that is lost here, well, we can come down to the bottom of this level here, looking at 101.280. We can look at yesterday's low at that 100 on 950. We come here at 100,300, and then we have here 98 780. Or 763. Sorry about that. But realistically, your key levels here are going to be right here. It's going to be this 8 SMA here. You need to hold on a closing basis. If not, we're going to look right to that 21-day at that 100,000, and then we're going to look here at that 98,763 level. But you can see here now where the pattern is, where we're looking here very, very nicely. So let's look at the upside. So you want to watch here on the upside is 105,850. That's pretty nice. And then your next level here is going to be right here at 106,615. Then we come up here at 107 100, and then we have this 107 485 here. So we'd have to see what the reaction is. This, because we above the 8-day, doesn't mean we're going right to that level. Okay, so you take one level at a time. This is going to be a very key level. These two here is that 108 475, and this one right here, that 108 960, because that was the breakout. Came all the way down. It broke out, but you notice it couldn't hold it, and it had that double top situation. Now we crack above that. This is your big retest at the 11,150 level here. It's okay. So what you want to do is just trade this range, but just watch that 8-day on a closing basis. Very, very key. And we can follow the candles, but realistically, that 21-day is going to be key, and that 50-day is going to be key. Now, here we have on the RSI, okay, 58, there's no divergences or anything here, but 58 here, got plenty of room to run, and your green is still over your red very, very nicely. Now, it was actually really good trading, even like in the after hours here on that IBIT. That's a really good trade. And again, there's a lot of ways to trade it. However you trade it is good. But the reason I like that is because it's a spot price. Whatever Bitcoin is doing, that's doing, okay, and it's not a futures. Okay, that's what I don't want. Is no futures kind of a situation. Okay, so basically just watch that 8-day on a closing basis, and then that we follow these candles right on up here. But just watch this candle here. This is going to be key. This is that 107 485. Let's just see if we can retest that, and then what the reaction is once we get there. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil. Now, yesterday, the numbers came out there, and they were pretty well bearish, except for the distillates. They had a pretty good draw. Everything else was had builds right across the board, okay? So, not too good kind of situation. Now, just remember, the T-Man is in there now, okay? And he wants, 50, 60 oil, okay? And I don't know, the way it's going, I think he's going to get exactly what he wants, okay? So always got to keep that in mind. All right, so now what we have here, we have another lower low here today. Okay, we had this nice double bottom kind of a situation going here. And obviously it didn't last. We put in the low here today at that 72.02. So that's what you're going to be watching here first. It's going to be this 72.33, and then today's low at that 72.02. And then here's the big boy right there at 71.66, your 50 SMA. And then right below it, we have that Hondo at 71.10. Okay, now again, if these are lost here, then we just follow that price channel down. You got 12 level here, which is basically just the bottom of that candle. And then what we do, we can follow the candles all the way down. But I'll show you that there if we get to that situation. Okay, so but right now, just watch this 50-day and that 100-day on the downside. That's what we're looking at here on the downside. Now, upside, we look at today's high, looking at 73.07 level. Okay, which is basically right in line here with this. See these three here? Yeah, they're not all equal, but that's your resistance level. Okay, and then next level here, we can come all the way up is going to be this 74.02 level. Okay, so we look here, and then we look at right up where these candles are here. That's going to be thing, but this is going to be critical. Is this 74.12? Okay, now I told you yesterday that as that 8-day comes on down, if once you start crossing that 200-day and that 21-day. Then she's going to be, what you're doing is you're fighting it the whole way. Just like we had here. I know I say this a zillion times, but it's very, very true. Okay, once that price gets above it, she has a good, nice run, and you have good support, but as you're rising on up. But on the downside, you're fighting it the whole way until that can be reversed. So realistically, you have to get above this 8-day. That's going to be key resistance, 74.12. Right there, 74.83, that 200-day, and then that 74.93. You have to get above that. If you don't here, this price is going to go lower. So right now, we're going to be probably not today or tomorrow, but very, very shortly, as that 8-day is coming down and this 50-day is coming up, something's going to give. So it's either going to break right on down here, or she's going to try to work itself above that 8-day and maybe run up higher. But I think she's going to go lower. Okay, you can see here, this was your tail when that green crossed over your red. Then obviously that's what you get here. When you get the 8-day rolling over, this is what you get. Okay, so right now I got a short going. I have a short going on with the SCO, and that's working pretty good. If we can close below that 50-day and that 100-day, then I would add to that short, and we could take that bad boy lower. Now, here in natural gas, we had that contract roll there yesterday, and you can see here where we came down here, but we're holding this nice 100-day, which is really what you want to do is that 3.04. Now, today we have a higher high and a higher low. So basically, the downside is you want to watch yesterday's high, okay? So that 306. You want to watch today's low, that no, what do I have here? No, 3.19. Sorry about that. 3.19. That's what you want to watch on downside. 3.15. And then we watch yesterday's low, 3.06. And then we watch that 304. That's your downside right now. Now, on the upside here, we have this gap going on. Okay, so you have that high today of 324. And then you have the bottom of this candle at 336. There's your gap and there's your fill. Okay, so we got to see how that's all going to shake out. Now, yes, there is a resistance above, but usually it's like a magnet to a fridge. It should go there and fill that gap. Now, if it does, then we have a target up here at that 50-day at 3.49. But you can see here, to see how that 8-day crossed that 21-day, this is not looking very good. So if it does rise up here, I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of rise. I think it's going to be maybe up here to maybe to the gap fill to the 50-day, and then we have like sideways kind of action. Now here, your MACD, but these charts aren't really good because we had that down gap kind of a situation. So, but you can see here how that's rolling over. This is trying to get some momentum here. You're now nowhere near oversold, but realistically, just watch that 100-day if you're trading this, and then watch on that upside, watch that gap, and then watch that fill. And then if you can get above that, you have that nice 50-day. Okay, that's what I got for you. Remember now, natural gas, the EIA report will be out there at 10:30, and we'll see how that all going to shake out. And rig count there is on Friday. Now, after the close there today, we have Apple earnings, so we got to see how that's all going to shake out here. Microsoft didn't do too good here. Meta did really good. Remember, Amazon there on the 6th. That you look at, and Tesla is a really good scalp after hours. I'm all out of the trade, and it's I'm done with that here now. Now we got to see how Nvidia had a pretty good run yesterday after hours, but again, it just couldn't hold it. It looks like that 122 area is like on the downside, and then that 128 area is up on the upside. Okay, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.